green bars, we have the live counter ticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We're back with the One Piece character tier list. We still got a lot of people to go,
We are on the ease. Which is, you know, kind of insane to think about.
And we start with a fucking big one.
Honestly, Whitebeard is a very strong contender for character of all time.
Edward Newgate, Whitebeard.
Yep. One of the best dads in all of fiction.
Now, there's actually
I'd say peak character, personally, but go ahead, Fuzzy.
There is something interesting about Whitebeard, though. In that, completely unrelated to his status as a character, what's interesting is the fact that, of all of the, like, a lot of characters have, sort of thing where their name is, like, an actual name, but because it's, like, Japan rules, it doesn't make that much sense. He just has, like, a name that human beings have.
Yeah.
Which is just wild to me.
Of course, it's in Japan order, so it's in the reverse order that would be in...
But that's why it's interesting / weird. You know, it's just like...
I'm gonna just say peak character, personally,
I agree with peak character. My only caveat is if it turns out that Weevil is not his clone and actually his son, then he gets, like... he goes down a little bit. But if he is, like...
Well, let's be honest, it doesn't really matter either way with regard to Weevil. Because Weevil is kind of just, like, not super relevant to the story right now.
That is true, yes.
Like, I would reserve judgment until we know more about Weevil, if we ever find out more.
Speaking of
whom, he does not go nearly as high as Whitebeard. Where do you think, Fuzzy?
He exists.
Aggressively mediocre.
I really can't think of putting him any higher than that.
Yeah. I remember Oda hyping him up as, like, that man, the mysterious new 7th Warlord, and he just, when he was revealed post-Dressrosa, he just landed with a thud.
I think that might have been the point. It's definitely funnier that way.
It would be funnier that way if Oda did that intentionally. Okay, who is this motherfucker?
Looks so...
Roger Pirate, Aereo.
Aereo, okay.
The Roger Pirates are just getting shafted. Because, like...
Yeah, they've had all of, like, one fucking,
They barely had any relevance in, like, the most recent thing that could give them relevance, which is the Odin flashback. And that only really... that didn't focus heavily on the Roger Pirates at all.
You know what's funny? I feel like there's an untapped market here. In that... I feel like you could get away with doing a bunch of movies and OVAs featuring, like, the past.
Oh, yeah.
Non-consequential ways. Like, it's why so many people liked Stampede, despite it not being in any way canon.
Honestly, I get the feeling that once One Piece finally actually ends, they are going to milk the shit out of the franchise with, like, flashback movies and shit. Because that's how Toei rolls.
Mhm.
Look, don't remind me who owns One Piece. It'll just make me depressed.
Sorry. Yeah, this guy is,
Literally,
forgettable.
literally, his only appearance is when Roger and his crew talk about traveling to Laugh Tale.
My god.
I
Literally.
feel like that's the only appearance of a lot of Roger pirates.
Ooh, Elisabello. He's fun.
He's like, he's got one of the most funny powers in like the industry.
His power is one punch super strong. And it is
not just that. It's the fact that it gets stronger the more he charges it. Which is just
that
like...
is, yeah. It is a neat gimmick.
something beautifully, like, that's like quintessentially shonen in a way that very few other things are. And I'm probably giving more value than he deserves. But, like... it is really interesting. Also, honorary member of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet despite being a king, which is funny.
Mhm. Honestly, I feel like he's going to become one of the allied kings for the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
Come
because
the
like
endgame.
that has been...
It's been built up.
It's been a
built up.
thing, yeah.
But I would say fun but irrelevant, probably.
Oda has apparently joked that his King Punch is weaker than Nami's Happiness Punch.
I'm
Well,
not
that's
shocked that Oda
just-
would say that.
But it's also probably just true, given the way characters are in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
Whitebeard
So the fact that
Captain.
The Whitebeard captains and the Roger Pirates have just been so shafted by this. Ivankov.
Elmi. That was her name.
One of the few lady Whitebeard captains.
I think there's like 3, including her. There's her, Whitey Bay, and I think one other. I remember Whitey Bay the best because she was actually on Whitebeard's crew at one point.
Anyway, yeah. Emporio Ivankov.
I mean, if you put them anywhere other than peak character, then what's wrong with you? You have no joy.
I mean, best supporting would probably be the only other place to put them, honestly. Ivankov is a hell of a character.
They kind of are MVP level.
Mm-hmm.
And carried Impel down.
Oh, but carried and pulled down, but did a lot to make it
Like,
good.
in terms of plot relevance, not in terms of the arc itself, but, like, literally, Impel down would have gone much worse if they were not present.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I do think best supporting would probably be better because they haven't been as relevant to the plot as the 3 characters we have in peak character right now. But that could change. And honestly, like, they still do not deserve to be any lower than best supporting. You agree?
Yeah, I
No,
agree with best
absolutely.
supporting.
All right.
We need. You know what? Oda's usually good about this sort of thing. We need official artwork of Dragon Ivankov. Right?
What do you mean? Oh, Ivankov if he ate the dragon fruit instead of Kaido.
Yes.
We need Oda to just be like, whether it's an SBS or
I was
like,
gonna say,
cover
wait
story.
for an SBS. There will be one.
It would
soon.
either be an SBS or a cover story.
Mhm.
He does occasionally do covers like that.
Yes. All right, Eneru. Skypiea may have its issues as an arc, but Eneru is very entertaining when he's allowed to shine.
He has one of the best faces.
Yeah, no, he started a One Piece meme.
The Enderu face is peak. I'm sorry, it is. He goes in love to hate, I think.
Yeah.
No, he's just entertaining enough that he's just like, he's a complete monster. But he's like, aha, man, make funny.
He is a funny monster.
Yeah.
Apoida.
Whitebeard Captain.
Honestly, I think
He's
his
one of the few
caterpillar
I
fruit is
remember.
really neat.
He's like caterpillar.
Yeah, his caterpillar fruit is neat. I think we should put him a little bit higher than just pointless and forgettable. I don't think aggressive mediocre would be appropriate either. Style but no substance. He's pretty.
I would really be interested to see if his devil fruit is like Niwatori.
Yeah.
Or Baron Tamago. Yeah, you know?
Oh boy.
Where
Eustace Kid.
okay, so as much as people are like, oh yes, he's been an ally recently. First of all, even as an ally, he's a dick.
Well, yes, that's kind of the point of him.
And more importantly, the reason he has such a high bounty is because he explicitly
Attack civilians, yes.
or rather he just doesn't care about collateral damage.
Yes.
In a way that very few other heroic characters do. And like the biggest strike against him is the fact that Shanks doesn't like him. And Shanks is a pretty... Say what you will about Shanks's secret scheming world noble nature. He's a pretty good judge of character overall.
Yeah. The thing with Kid though is he did contribute to the alliance, and he did actually, you know, actively seek to help out. Well, not actively seek to help out, but he actively contributed to the alliance during the raid. And
to be fair, was that because he had any loyalty or investment to the alliance whatsoever, or because the alliance just happened to be, you know,
their goals happened to align?
Not even that. It's that he was kind of dragged kicking and screaming into the alliance by Luffus D. Luffus, as the man tends to do.
Okay, but counterpoint, he had a very, very fun, two very, very fun fights during the raid.
I'm not arguing that. It's just
but yes, he is categorically an asshole.
Feel downgrades him.
What, the collateral stuff?
Just him being a dick in general.
Would you say he's likable enough with his connection to his crew?
No, because that just makes him a hypocrite.
How so?
He is a pirate.
Pirates tend to be like
you know that there's pirates and there's pirates, especially in this series.
Perhaps. Well, he's relevant, so we can't really say he's not relevant. And we can't say he's got style but no substance because he's, you know
what? Here's a
substantive.
controversial opinion. Given his general stance and, like, his actions, I would classify him as a villain who underwent an enemy mine.
Honestly, I can see that.
As opposed to, like, a good guy.
Yeah, relevant but villainous works for him. He is kind of a grade A asshole whose only real redeeming quality is, like, he has some minor standards and he cares about his crew.
Which, again, just makes him a hypocrite when he doesn't care about... when he, like, acts like caring about people is dickish or, like, stupid. It's like... It's the classic...
Fuzzy, clearly, Kid is just a tsundere.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. That's like...
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thrall.
Okay, who dis?
Is
This
this
is
Cavendish's horse?
Yeah, this is Cavendish. This is Cabbage's horse.
Honestly, you have to put him kind of in the same tier as Cabbage. They're like a package deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
This is a
Where do we
horse
put
that can
Cavendish?
drink tea from a cup.
That is fucking
Okay.
amazing.
It does make him automatically...
I'd say fun
Very
but
high.
irrelevant. At
Yeah.
the lowest. Fun but irrelevant, or... Yeah.
There's also just a lack of, like, animal companions on the good guy side. Have you noticed that, like, in terms of permanent party members, not people who aren't just one-arc wonders, usually it's the bad guys who have an animal.
I mean, let's
That
see.
is-
We got Karoo, we got Machuchu, we got Gaimon's pets.
Once again, I'm distinguishing between recurring characters and one-arc wonders.
Mm.
Like, Cabbage's inclusion in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet automatically makes him more than a one-arc wonder.
Mm. Anyways, this guy is the only member of Hawkins' crew besides Hawkins himself that's been named.
Yeah,
Hey,
Faust.
Mink or like...
Yep, Mink.
Faust is a mink, yes.
It turns out there's like a lot of minks that we've seen in the series before we knew what minks were.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like kind of funny.
I'd even say it's kind of furry.
I mean, it's mostly just Oda being a very good foreshadower.
Speaking of Oda, he implied that Faust uses Meowgic.
God
Yes,
fucking
of
damn
course.
it.
Style but
Do you
no
want to say
substance.
style but no substance?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very interesting looking, but he's a cat.
Fisher Tiger, good god.
He's such a complex character.
He is. He's one of the best backstory characters in the series.
Like I think the fact that Oda, again, one of the reasons Oda is one of the best authors of our time, the fact that he has the ability to portray a character who just has a conversation with a child. It's like, because of what I've been through, I can't not hate you, even though I understand it's irrational. But because I understand it's irrational, I will not treat you poorly. Like, that is such a nuanced, like, it's just complex take that just, quite frankly, most authors aren't even aware of how that might work.
It's honestly one of the best handlings of fantasy racism I've ever seen. Like, it's up there for sure.
Yeah, especially because it just doesn't shy away from anything, like the fact that it's just unequivocally, unambiguously a bad thing. And that it creates this lasting trauma that you just can't really ever get away from.
It will always linger.
Yeah, the fact that that's something you have to carry for your entire life.
Wasn't
It's just
expecting us to
something-
go this deep this stream.
It's a One Piece stream. You have to
Yeah, I know. I
have
know.
a certain allowance for...
But yes,
But anyway, how
Fisher.
about those wacky skeletons?
Yeah, Fisher Tiger should be near the top, honestly. The question
Best
isn't.
supporting, I think,
Yeah,
more than
best supporting
anything else.
seems reasonable. He is a flashback character first and foremost. He does have a lot of impact on the plot, though.
He does have, yeah, there's like long-lasting implications to his existence. Hell, one of the implications to his existence is Nami.
Yep. His actions radiate out to no fewer than like 4 major character backstories. Arlong, Jinbei, Nami, and Hancock. All influenced by Fisher Tiger's actions.
I mean, Nami was indirect. I'm pretty sure Jinbei
Was direct.
Jinbei and Hancock as well.
Yeah.
Are, like, very direct.
Yeah. Same with Arlong.
Wasn't Arlong's thing that he wasn't a first generation member of the crew?
No, Arlong was. Hody was the one who wasn't a first generation member.
Right.
But yes, this fucker, I think this one's a Tontata.
Hody was a Redditor, wasn't he?
What was that? Sorry, Fuzzy, what were you saying?
Hody was a Redditor.
Who was a Redditor now?
Hody.
Yeah, he was. Anyways, this one is pointless and irrelevant.
Yep, Flapper.
This one is, I think, Fossa. Fossaway. No, Fossa.
Fossa.
This is a Whitebeard commander.
15th Division.
He did have a decent amount of... He's a division commander, and he did have a decent amount of screen time.
Also, he has a neat design.
Yeah,
I'd say style, but no substance. Which is better than most of the Whitebeard commanders and captains. Oh my god, this one's... This is one of my favorite gifter designs. It's just so out there. Goofy. You can tell Oda had a fun time with the gifter designs.
Which one is this?
This is the... Guess what, chicken butt.
Oh, Jesus. This cannot be seen as successful.
No.
For those in the chat who may be unaware, would you like to pull up a full screen image of this?
Oh yeah, just reverse image search and you'll find them real quick.
Yeah, that should be on the stream.
Yep. That is 4 tricks. He is literally his gifter power made his head come out of a chicken butt.
Like...
So funny. Style but no substance, I say. It's just so memorable as a design.
You know what? In hindsight, it makes Caesar an even bigger a-hole. Because not only was he like...
He talked up how good his smile stuff was, and yet it turned out duds like this.
Incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it even worse.
To date, I'm pretty sure that Vegapunk's Dragon Fruit clone is the only successful artificial devil fruit.
Also, does that mean you could mass produce the old Fluffy D Luffuses?
Don't know. Foxy. On the one hand,
obviously one of the most canon and relevant characters. God, show me a character.
Miller, are you going to try to put him in peak character?
Yep, no, done.
God damn it! No! Bad. He goes in love to hate at best. Nah, I'm just kidding.
He's kind of a dick, though.
Honestly, would you say he's relevant but villainous or genuine annoyance? It's either one. It's hard to say with Foxy.
I don't think he's
relevant.
relevant.
About Foxy. No. If we are right, and Oda does in fact give us the peak ending of the series, in that the ending of the series is, or rather the confrontation with Shanks is a Davy back, he becomes relevant. Until then, he's irrelevant.
So would you put him in fun but irrelevant, or would you say he's a genuine annoyance?
He's fun enough to, like...
He got
Not
us
consider-
Afro Luffy.
That is a point in his favor, yes.
Exactly. Which I don't know if Afro Luffy is allowed.
I mean,
But-
people outside who don't have African heritage do have afros. I wouldn't rule it out.
Luffy
It's just
is
like-
Brazilian,
Yes.
so we should bear that in mind.
Yes.
Hey,
Mr.
I knew a
Godoy,
guy who was
the
ginger
Afro?
and who was white and ginger and had an Afro. So
Oh yeah,
I
that's
don't
just
think-
Carrot Top though.
Yeah, that's a different thing entirely.
This one's Francois. He's one of the newcomers who I think challenged Mihawk. And got, stomped.
You know what? Francois and the other newcomer who confronted Mihawk, there is one thing in their favor.
They actually had the balls to try to take him on.
Well, other than that, they kind of highlighted the fact of how awesome Zoro is by proxy. Because
Because Zoro actually caught Mihawk's attention.
because Mihawk remembers who Zoro is. Like, 'cause he gets challenged like this all the time, and this is our first intro to the fact that, just because he, paid attention to Zoro doesn't mean he does that to everybody. Look, anytime we can kind of, relate Zoro, I'm down. Perhaps not literally, because he's, not my type, but,
But no substance.
whenever we figuratively are,
Hukaboshi.
he does do a water
He is a good
Kamehameha. He's a good
He-
person, and he does do a water Kamehameha. So
It is
at
pretty
the very
rad. He is actually useful during Luffy's fight with Hody.
That's true, yeah. He, man in the chair.
Yep.
as it
Well,
were.
also, he helps Luffy get around underwater, because Luffy's kind of, not hydrodynamic.
He's not even supposed to be there,
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah, so Fukaboshi just basically is, the main assist character during Luffy's fight with
Luffy's
Hody.
chair. Slash horse.
Yes, kind of. But yeah, I would say relevant and likable.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Fuku Rokuju.
One moment, please.
one part of the greatest ninja battle we'll never see.
A ninja battle that surpasses all battles in Naruto, and I am only mostly joking. Look, it's funny to say that, because we know it's actually kind of true. Don't deny it.
No. It's I'll go even further and say I'm not joking at all when it is just objectively better than basically any battle in Narc, except maybe some of the stuff that Lee or Guy are involved in.
Lee versus Gara is pretty peak.
But yeah, chapter 1009 to 1041, their battle lasted.
God damn, that's longer than most fights in the series.
Granted, most of it was off screen, but at the same time, pretty sick with it.
Do we want us to call him relevant and villainous?
Yes, probably. Also, he has a very long head, and that's that aesthetic is always interesting to me for some reason.
Good old Fukuro.
He's him and the ramen guy are the members of CP9 who you basically can ignore and you will lose nothing.
Fukuro does have the funny gimmick of having a zipper on his mouth because he's such a blabbermouth.
Which is horrifying if you think about it.
It's horrifying, but at the same time, it makes sense because he's supposed to be a fucking spy, and he blabs all the fucking time. But yes, I'd say style, but no substance for him.
Yes, in a series where this is a series featuring pirates who aren't very piratical, spies who aren't very spyical. It's a whole thing.
Yep. Full body. The guy who got introduced, getting bodied by Sanji. Because he put a bug in his food.
No. There's something even more interesting. Wasn't he like...
He was in Django's cover story.
No, wasn't he a recurring cameo character, or was that anime only?
No, he's a recurring cameo character. He was in Django's cover story. He basically resigned his officer commission and re-entered the Marines as a the base level to earn Django a pardon, and he wound up in Heen's division. So they've been recurring characters
under. Like a redemption story.
Kinda. He's still a Marine, but he's a much better person than he was when he was first introduced.
And we've established that there are some Marines that are not necessarily awful people.
Hashtag not all Marines.
Look, let's not even joke about that, but
I know. I know.
Now, the reason I bring up him being a redemption story is that would change where his placement is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's relevant and villainous, honestly. I'd say he's likable but irrelevant.
Yeah.
We could even make an argument that,
fun but irrelevant.
Because we can make an argument that he's not necessarily a villain anymore.
He never really was important enough to be a villain.
No, but he was a dick, which, as we all know...
He was introduced as a dick, yes.
As we all know, being a dick is inherently villainous.
Unless it's fun.
Look, Funkfried did nothing wrong. It's not...
No, Funkfried did nothing wrong.
It's not his fault that he didn't choose to be born, okay?
Hey, he did help Frankie body spandom, and that is a point in his favor. He didn't do it intentionally, but he did it.
Look, let's be real. He has no real loyalty to Spanda.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I'd say relevant but likable. Or relevant and likable. He's a good elephant. He just has a terrible master.
Were you really going that far?
Okay, fine. Fun but irrelevant.
We have a Heffalump. Now all we need is a Woozle.
Okay. I know this guy's name.
Ferrari.
Ferrari, yes.
I don't know what he does.
King.
He's one of the guys at the Reverie. He tries to get his son in arranged marriage with Shirahoshi. Which, not objectively terrible thing to do, but he is just kind of there.
Also, just have some awareness, my dude.
He's like a king. He probably doesn't have any. But at least he is looking out for the best interests of his son, which is more than can be said for some fathers in One Piece.
Listen,
oh boy, his son needs the help.
Yup.
We have not even begun to talk about Yasop.
Yasop is not the worst dad in One Piece, and you know it, Fuzzy.
No, but he's considering the fact that he's a good guy, quote unquote, he's pretty high up the list.
Anyways, this guy is kind of just not super memorable.
He exists. Yeah, he exists.
So probably pointless, forgettable, I'd say. Fuza, this is what's his name's pet bird.
Shura.
Sure, that's right. I don't remember all the priests' names off the top of my head. The only one I remember well is Gadatsu. Because he had a cover story. Om is also memorable, but Gadatsu is the most memorable of the priests.
Start with no substance.
Yeah.
I remember Om
He has
because
a breathing fucking bird. Of course he's style, but no substance.
I remember Om because he's like he has a name that's an actual name of a human person who did things.
Gaimon!
Okay, this is a much less horrifying character when you realize they were just standing on each other's shoulders. This is that dude, right? Or is this someone else?
No, Gaimon's the guy who's stuck in the chest.
I don't remember who he is at all.
He's like a one-shot character during East Blue. The Island of Rare Animals.
You remember they found the that island that had the treasure chest high up?
Is that anime only?
No, it's in the manga.
It is in the manga.
It's a single chapter. Longer than normal chapter, too.
Huh.
Oh, he got himself a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, that should tell you where I would put him.
Yeah. I do find it funny that Oda was like, I introduced a guy named Gaimon. I want to give him a girlfriend just because I want to be nice to him. Let's name her Sarfunkel just to fuck with people, because now they'll realize, oh my god, it's a Simon Garfunkel reference.
It was initially meant to be a Simon and Garfunkel reference. I think.
No, probably not, but I do think it's funny that Oda's like, I'm going to make this a Simon Garfunkel reference. And so he did. I'd say fun but irrelevant, probably, at the most.
I do remember him, so...
Yeah, I remember him pretty well, too. It's a one-shot chapter, but it's a very fun one-shot chapter. Oh, Galdino.
Mr. 3.
Mr. 3 was low-key an MVP in Impel Down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, low-key, between Impel Down...
And Marineford.
Also...
Yeah.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Impel Down and Marineford, he single-handedly carried a squad in Marineford. Also, may or may not be Buggy's lover. It's very unclear.
Yeah, he may or may not be Buggy's live-in boyfriend. Who knows?
Look, let's be real. He is the brains of the operation.
And hey,
that at the very least we can be sure of.
This man was about to take out Zoro, Nami, and Vivi.
He's not an idiot. Tactically speaking,
like,
he is still an idiot in other areas.
He's so much more competent than he has any right to be.
Mm-hmm. Would you say
He's
relevant and villainous, or relevant and likable?
Relevant and likable.
Yeah.
The dude's on the Buggy scale of villainous in that he's not villainous anymore.
Okay, that's true. Okay, this guy I think is Galley. Maybe?
Yeah,
no.
Galley.
This is Galley?
I think so, yeah.
No,
Yep.
this is not Galley.
Didn't read Dragon Ball, who dis?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, no, it is.
He just got a redesign, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd say, well, it's forgettable. I don't even know who this guy is. If we have to look up their name because we don't remember much about them, they're going in that tier. This is Gambia. I think he's on Bartolomeo's crew.
Yes. Staff officer.
So one of the Luffy fanboys.
Yes. That automatically bumps him up from any lower tier.
I
want to say, like, style but no substance. Because he does have a neat design.
Their ship is one of the simultaneously best and worst things Oda has ever drawn.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No.
It's delightfully cursed. Oh, Gonfall.
Yes. The person who taught us God is an elected position. He has a cool horse. Doesn't really do much though.
Yeah. Well, Gonfall is like...
To be fair,
no, he does.
he's
He
66.
kicks Chopper's ass against Shura. Like, Chopper was gonna get roasted before Gonfall showed up.
True. I still think his horse contributed more. I forget, I always forget this. Did his horse eat a bird fruit, or did his bird eat a horse fruit?
Bird ate a horse fruit.
Right. The fact that that's a sentence that makes perfect sense in context really shows you the delightful drug trip that is One Piece. Did his bird turn into a horse, or did his horse turn into a bird? It's very unclear.
What's funny, what makes it funnier is that Stronger ate a Pegasus fruit later, so it just makes him even Pierre even more redundant.
It raises so many other questions. Also,
yeah,
a waste to give him a Pegasus fruit. They should have given Stronger a bird fruit of some sort.
I just think they went for the Pegasus fruit because it was a mythical zone and thus, quote unquote, definitely stronger. But yes, Gonfall is, I think, relevant and likable.
Yeah, because you get more like bang for your buck if you get a bird fruit, because like you completely lose the horse part.
Mm-hmm.
You give a horse fruit.
I believe this guy is Gonsho. Nope, that's not Gonsho. No, Gonryu.
Yeah, Gonryu. Another Roger Pirate.
Also, I have a very important question for the class.
Uh-huh.
Is Chopper a furry?
I don't have the energy to get into it right now. We'll get to that when we get to Chopper.
That's a layered question. I have multiple things when I say that.
Yes, we will get to that when we get to Chopper.
Gazelle Man.
I'm just going to put that off. Gazelle Man has a fun design. He is also one of the few gifters that has an actual useful gifter ability if he didn't have the stamina to capitalize on it. Like, I think him, Speed, and a few others actually have useful gifter abilities.
Look, I think Speed awakens something in some people.
Absolutely.
I've never understood the centaur thing.
Well, join the club, dude.
It's like, if the idea is to engage in intercourse, is that not bestiality? Because it is a horse.
I'm too tough. We'll talk about this when we get to Speed. Damn it, Fuzzy.
I mean, Gazelle Man technically counts as well.
No, Gazelle Man, it's just the lower legs, really. Or it's just the legs.
Well,
regardless, I do think
start?
style but no substance for this one.
Gazelle Man also wears fishnets, so good for him.
Yep.
Look, if you can rock the fishnets, man. Like...
Good on him for being proud of his body.
Yeah.
Style but no substance. Again, neat design, neat power, nothing really much else.
We here at the Storytime Network do not judge people for their bodies. We do, however, judge you depending on whether or not you want to bang Speed.
We also judge you depending on your good or bad fashion choices, as the case may be. But that's neither here nor there. Speaking of bad fashion choices, Moria.
I mean, is it, like, does he get some slack because Kaido literally ripped his chin off of his head?
Oh no, I'm talking about the fact that he has plaid pants.
Look, wear plaid. It's fine.
I don't think he can pull it off. Regardless, where do we want to put him? Because I don't think he is a genuine annoyance. I think he is actually kind of genuinely interesting.
He is an interesting character.
Kaido did take his chin off. Poor bastard.
Right. Did you see the before and after?
Kaido absolutely annihilated this man in body and soul.
This man had like a really like prominent chin, and it is just fucking gone now.
And he has stitches all the way down his face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10 to 1 that Kaido just fucked his chin up real bad. Not just outright ripped it off. But yeah, honestly, like, I'd say relevant and villainous.
Yeah, he's not really, like, he doesn't exactly
I don't think he's
inspire...
love to hate. I think he's, like, engaging enough to be that high, but yeah.
Wow, Moria's battle with Kaido happened a year after Roger's execution.
Yeah, I remember it being around that time frame because of the Odin flashback.
So for 10 years he hid,
Yeah, Moria's existence makes Kaido more villainous by proxy. There is one thing you can say, like, positive you can say about Kaido, though. Moria, though.
He actually cares about his subordinates.
Yes, he cares, and he's a good dad to Perona. Which we can acknowledge that, like, this is...
Perona has 2 dads.
He
which is
did,
funny.
However, bring in Absalom and Hog back.
Yeah, those are 2 of the worst characters in the series. Hogback's more of an intentional hate sink than Absalom, though.
Absalom is definitely a hate sink.
Oh yeah, he's just not a fun hate sink.
Yeah.
Relevant and villainous, then?
Relevant and villainous. He's not quite strong enough of a character to be, like, love to hate. Like, we have a lot of really good villains in love to hate. Oh, Gedatsu. Where do we want to put him? I want to say fun but irrelevant just because he's only the one fight. And he just kind of takes himself out.
Yeah, he is very funny, but he is, like, that's his entire thing, is he's a joke.
And yet he got his own cover story over more relevant characters. Never changed.
But to be fair, that's just how cover stories are, to a certain extent. Like,
well, most of the cover stories follow really relevant characters. Like, you got the Kobe one, you got the Ace one, you got the Enaru one, you got the CP9 one. It usually follows either supporting characters or defeated villains. And yet somehow Gedatsu managed to enter that association.
I mean, maybe Gedatsu is the lurking legend we've been hearing so much about.
I would laugh my ass off if Oda actually did that.
Wouldn't, but, like, why, like, it would be so great if the lurking legend ended up being, like, something very funny.
Again, I would not put it past Oda.
I would put it past him, but it's also not the most likely thing in the world.
Yeah. I'd say fun but irrelevant.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, I can acquiesce to that.
Mr. 5. I think it's Gem?
Gem of the Border.
So, first of all, he is a bit gross. Second of all, his power is literally so... He's such a forgettable character that his power was, like, literally stolen and used, like, reused / recycled by Oda. Which is just like...
maybe 5?
No. He's the explodey guy. Same arc.
Yeah.
He's a Doffy pirate, but, like, the explodey guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like... But, like... Honestly, Mr. 5 has a really broken-ass ability that he doesn't really take full advantage of.
He flicks boogers.
Yeah.
I'm hearing aggressively mediocre.
Yes.
Yeah.
It tends to be the tier we put people who don't know how to use the fucking devil fruits.
Mm-hmm. Bram. No, not Bram.
Genbo.
Genbo, that's right. He's the guy who got,
We've already
bodied
ranked
by
Bram.
Yeah, I know. I realize that. Yeah, this guy got bodied by fucking, what's his face? By Yama.
Which is not as cool as it sounds, because it's not that Yama.
Yeah, no, it's the Yama who got his ass beat by Robin.
Like, let's not make that the qualifier. Like, Robin's not exactly weak.
No. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. Yama, funny enough, Yama has the distinction of being the first character that Robin has a solo fight against. And one of the very few she does have a solo fight against for most of the series.
Yeah, Robin is very much, that's not her role. Like in
She's
combat.
much more crowd control, yeah. Her abilities are much more orientated towards crowd control than one-on-one. But we've turned this discussion about the support. This guy's aggressively mediocre, I'm sorry.
Again, if the conversation about you as a character does not involve you
2 degrees of separation away from you, yeah. This is Gerd. She is the, I believe she is the doctor of the, new giant pirates.
Yep.
Something giant woman?
She is the first female giant we've actually been formally introduced to.
She is 75.
She was actually in Big Mom's flashback.
Yeah, but that's 25 in giant years.
I was gonna say, 75, she looks great for her age. I
believe giants have triple the lifespan.
Yeah, they have we've seen giants over 300 years old, but they are very clearly meant to be, like, well out of their prime, like, extremely elderly. So yeah, 300 is, like, the normal lifespan of a giant. She is a spry 20-something. At 75.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a very large subset of the community that is very interested in her existence.
I don't want to know any more details.
I
think I already know, but I don't want to know more.
You know, Jack. It is what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I don't want to know more than that.
Start with no substance.
Yeah, stop with no substance. She hasn't really been explored. Neither have any of the other members of the New Giant Pirates, to be fair, besides Husruden.
Isn't it?
What's that?
That's the tier for hot people.
That's the tier for people who have good designs and or memorable abilities. This one is a shark, I think. No, a cat. No, fox?
Isn't he a stoat? You get it, Mel?
Yeah.
I brought it back.
All I'm getting up is other sharks.
Look.
Aggressively mediocre it is, I guess. Or it's like, or completely forgettable. Whichever is our completely forgettable tier.
Yeah. This one's Guild Sora. He's from a movie.
Huh.
I think he's filmed Gold's villain.
Yeah.
He's filmed Gold's villain. He did have some interesting powers.
Yeah, he had the gold fruit, I believe.
Like, his movie villains usually go in style but no substance by default, by sheer virtue of the fact that
no, I agree. His power is really neat.
They usually have a pretty decent 1v1 versus Luffy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a rule.
I haven't watched Film Gold, but I've seen clips of him, like, fighting. I'd say Stop But No Substance seems fair.
Yeah, same here. I've watched, literally the only thing I've watched of Film Gold is his fight versus Luffy.
Yeah.
Kind of cool looking.
Yep. Alright, this one is Ginrami. She is, I think she's one of the first gifters we're introduced to, actually. And I think she has, like, the ability to... Yeah. Well, she can just turn her hands into crab claws, I'm pretty sure.
That makes her one of the more functional gifters.
I don't think they've even been seen, actually.
Huh. She is a gifter, but we don't know anything about her abilities other than, like... She has a smile fruit. And she has horns. Don't know if those are like real, but or like the decorative ones that most of the beast pirates wear.
You know what?
She also has one of the most strippery designs Oda's ever made.
Yeah.
That's not like surprising or unique.
No, like it's literally like a bikini, and that's it with pauldrons and knee boots.
I genuinely think one of her boobs might be wider than the smallest part of her torso.
I mean, that's the anime design, though. The anime designs always, like, crank up the bust to a ludicrous degree.
Mm.
Yeah, probably. She's not, like, super memorable outside, like, being one of the first beast pirates we encounter.
Mm-hmm.
She's not memorable at all, other than the fact that, you know...
You know, hot lady design, yes.
The hot lady design, yes.
Gina.
No, you know what? Okay, yeah, it's just... Who it is?
Gina, Foxy
The
Pirate.
carpenter of the Foxy Pirates.
I don't remember any of the Foxy Pirates other than Foxy, so...
Pointless forgettable, yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna abstain.
Ah, Gene.
Jin?
In? Ian? Don't know how you pronounce his name. I don't think he knows how he pronounces his name.
I think it's Geen. I could be wrong.
Like, a man's chose, like, the worst possible boyfriend.
Yeah, honestly, relevant but likable, I think. He hasn't popped up at all since Baratier, though.
I think the implication is he died.
I think it's there, but Oda never confirmed anything.
Hmm.
Because they were like...
Would you say relevant and likable or fun but irrelevant?
He did.
I mean, we've mostly been going...
His...
In terms of relevant, we've mostly been going they have to have contributed, you know.
During the arc. And he did.
Yeah. So...
But at the same time, he is banging a man who uses mustard gas.
We don't know he's doing that, for sure.
And hey, he got to survive the live action Baratier.
Yeah, because Mihawk absolutely annihilated the rest of his crew. Also good for Mihawk.
You know what's funny? There's some commentary to be made about how the way Don Krieg gave up is actually just a mirror of the way Mihawk has given up in the modern day. You can make that argument.
Anyway, where are we putting Jin?
I'd say relevant and likable. He's not relevant for super long, but East Blue is different standards. This is Gion, aka Momo Usagi.
Okay.
She was one of the vice admirals who was a candidate for admiral before they did the thing over the time skip and got Green Bull and Fujitora.
I completely forgot that was a thing that happened.
I
How did he show up?
I honestly thought that was Izo for a second.
No, Izo's further down.
Izo is there. You can see. Yeah. You can see why I got confused, though.
I mean,
oh no, absolutely.
Izo doesn't have a beauty mark, though.
Is he not?
No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Gion has a mole underneath her lips. Yeah. Honestly, like, just being an admiral candidate on its own is a point in her favor, but she doesn't really have much screen time.
Style but no substance, I guess.
Style but no substance seems fair.
You just know she was passed up for the admiral promotion because
Akanu's
Of,
a misogynist.
Yes.
Akanu's an asshole, yes. Okay, this one I believe is Giovanni.
Correct.
He's one of the
Leader of
Beasketeers.
Team Rocket?
God, I wish. That'd be great. No, this guy's one of the Beasketeers.
I mean, they automatically rate style but no substance.
Yeah, no, they have great designs. Across the board.
Also, Zebra Guy.
Yeah. Okay, this next one is Gladius.
Like I was gonna say, we were just talking about him.
Yeah, no. He basically has a more versatile version of a Mr. Five's Devil Fruit.
Yeah, it's like a straight upgrade. He actually uses it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
That said, he's like probably styled with no substance as well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. His fight with Bartolomeo and Cavendish is pretty cool.
It is very funny.
I do absolutely love that Bartolomeo ends the fight with an homage to Luffy, though. This one's Goki.
Yep.
Yes,
Not one of the more unique of the numbers. The only thing really memorable about him is how he gets OHKO'd by Gear 4 Luffy. Probably pointless and forgettable, I think, but...
It's really just said OHKO'd.
Goldie Roger.
Oh god,
Eek.
this is a... You're not ready for this conversation.
He's the king of the pirates. He's at the peak. Fuzzy?
The sake wasn't done aging yet, though, so that automatically is like...
I absolutely love that theory. I absolutely love that theory.
It's not a theory, that's just what's gonna happen. I'm like, I'm willing to bet money on this.
Honestly, they're set up for it.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a theory that holds water.
The song ends up being, like, legitimately relevant. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to laugh my ass off, and I'm going to be overjoyed. Because that is so Oda to do that. But yeah, Gold Roger, I'd say he's peak character. He is just such a larger-than-life figure who towers over the story, even though he's been dead for over 20 years. Also, just like, if you look at his designs, both like before and after the time, before the time skip versus after the time skip, like, he got a glow up in terms of how Oda designed him.
Oh yeah, especially in the anime, he's kind of serving, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind. Yeah, peak character, 100%.
By design, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Again, Oda designed him to be, like, larger than life.
Also,
This
the mustache is canonically his nose hair.
That tracks. This guy is Goldberg. He is, I believe, the carpenter of the new
Cook.
Giant Warrior?
Cook.
Was it?
Cook.
Oh, he's a cook, okay. Trying to remember
Also,
the roles on them.
Can I just say
Yes,
one thing?
What?
Gold Roger probably would have been a better dad if not for the fact that, you know, he was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the few absent fathers in this series who has a genuine excuse.
Yeah, because you know what the government did the moment they even thought he had a kid? They went all Herod on literally every child that they could find who fit the criteria.
Doesn't even make a lot of sense. Well, no, it does make a certain amount of sense because we know that genetics is kind of a thing in the series.
Not nearly as much as they give it credit for, though.
True. But there's definitely a bit of Generation Xerox going on.
Especially looks-wise, yeah. Because, like, young Roger looks very, like, play between Ace and Luffy from what we've seen of him.
Kind of wild. Okay.
Gamora.
No. Look, I have to say this. I have to bring this up. Do you think, considering the fact that Luffy and Roger have so much of a resemblance, do you think Roger is Dragon's mother?
No.
No.
Or is Garp Dragon's mother?
So, it's possible that Roger is the father of Luffy's mother, which is more likely, I think.
It's actually, no.
Roger was in his 50s when he died.
But canonically, his only kid is Ace.
His only known child is Ace.
Roger does not strike me as the type to leave a kid around like that. Also,
I mean,
would have known. Based on his entire character, I don't think that's what Roger would have done.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's
But
true.
look, we know Devil Fruit recycle, and we know there was a Hormone Fruit user before Ivankov, so all I'm saying is it's
This is just
mathematically
Crocomom
not
2.0,
impossible.
isn't it?
It is Crocomom 2.0, yes.
Okay, let's talk about the next character before we go down that rabbit hole again. Gamora. This is one of the King Bulls owned by the Frankie family. Both of the King Bulls are really well.
I'm fairly sure this is actually the
yes.
wrong. This is the image of the wrong one. This is the image of Sodom.
Well, we'll just put the two of them next to each other so there's no real confusion.
Is this in poor taste?
Yeah.
No. That incident is not too soon. It was thousands of years ago.
Yeah, it's
No,
been a
but
few. It's been at
more
least
that, like-
2 millennia.
No. Just like naming the ostensibly good guy characters after ostensibly the bad guy people, city thingies. Is
No.
what I mean.
Bartolomeo's nickname is actually Cannibal, Fuzzy.
Yeah, but like cannibalism isn't that bad.
Okay then. But yeah, no, seriously, I think the two King Bulls deserve a fairly high placement.
Style but no substance.
I maintain
reasonable.
that there are far worse things than cannibalism.
Oh, there are worse things than cannibalism, just not that many.
Oh, there's a lot of cultures that do like the whole ancestral cannibalism thing. Oh, after death.
And there are other cultures that have shit like the Wendigo, which scares the shit out of me.
Are we allowed to say that? Is it that or skinwalkers that are not a
Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
That's the one that's not kosher.
Yeah, okay.
Wendigo
Let's-
could at least be excused as an anthropological
Let's
term for mythology.
let's just move on.
Yeah.
Goo.
Fair enough.
Captain Goo.
Okay, his name's
I-
funny, but he is, like, very forgettable.
Who is he? Is my question.
He's one of the guys who got his shadow stolen by Moria. And yes, I only found that out by looking at the wiki.
Yep. Nope. Same.
Know where he goes then.
Captain Gorilla.
Yep. I believe this is the guy who contributed to that miraculous moment of Frankie's thumbs up.
Yeah.
But yes, the only memorable thing about him is that he looks kind of like a gorilla despite being ostensibly human. No devil fruit.
Is he half mink?
He might have mink ancestry, possibly.
Honestly, knowing Oda, that is absolutely something he would just mention casually in an SBS. It's like, I mean, casually in an SBS is how we learned about Zoro's ancestry, so it's really not impossible.
Correct.
Okay. The 5 elders.
I think we should group them all together in Love to Hate.
J. Garcia Saturn, Marcus Mars, Topman Warcury, Ethan Baron v. Nusuro and Shepherd Jew Peter.
Have just the most. I understand why their names are the way they are, but they're very dumb.
I mean, Jay Garcia Saturn and Marcus Mars seem reasonable.
Is a sick ass name. Okay, that one's. Jay Garcia Saturn is a sick name.
It is a sick name.
Marcus
Mars seems reasonable.
It's like the other three that are just like.
I just side-eyed Jew Peter as the weirdest one.
That's just like, okay, we get it. Like, he was really struggling to come up with the planet names by that point. You can tell.
Why has Ethan Baron one name? Jesus Christ. But yeah, all of them go on love to hate, just because they are like the epitome of why the world government is evil. But damn, do they have kick-ass designs, and damn, are they
designs. They have great charisma. One of them is literally just Gorbachev. One of them, Gorbachev and Gandhi.
Samurai Gandhi, baby.
Samurai Gandhi, who almost certainly has the Shodai Katetsu.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably Shodai.
100%. Also, further proof in this series that authority equals ass kicking.
Also, Saturn is kind of fucking terrifying and also an asshole.
Also, given recent chapters, it is finally understandable why he was willing to, like, not murder Bonnie. It's not because she's a child, because as we know, they murder children all the time.
No, it's because they had a deal to uphold.
No, it's because she is technically half-world noble, which...
that as well. Oh, we'll get to that when we talk about Bonnie, but I don't think that'll be this stream.
We'll get to that when we talk about the world nobles and why we should kill them all.
I don't think there's any one individual world noble, collective world noble entry. Besides, most of them are going into love to hate anyways.
No, I think they go in Absalom tier by default, considering the fact that they're basically all implied to be rapists.
You know what? That's reasonable. But yeah, we're probably going to get through the H's at best on this stream.
Hitman Gotti.
Gotti. He winds up being Lolo's beau, I believe.
Yes.
Which, you know what? Good for them. Good for them. I am not hearing you, Fuzzy.
Yeah, Fuzzy, you just went very quiet.
I just don't understand. Why is it that, like, all of Big Mom's kids have pretty happy, good love lives? It just, like, makes no sense given the context.
Honestly, I think it's just karma.
It's the whole strict parents become, like, loose parents and vice versa.
It's more of a thing of, like, they have to put up with Big Mom's horrible parenting, so they get rewarded with a good partner by, life. Because say what you will about the Beige, who is probably, like, the least moral out of all the partners of Big Mom's children that we know.
Very good to his wife and son.
He is a very good husband and father, yeah.
Again, that's a very mafia of him.
Yep. Yes. Goaty, I'd say
family.
Yeah. I'd say Goaty goes in fun but irrelevant. Would you say it's pronounced Goaty or Gotti?
Gotti, given that
Gotti.
Like, isn't that an actual, like, guy?
Yes.
Who had a Netflix special Netflix document biopic recently?
Oh yeah, that fucker.
Yeah. Is he played by Adam Sandler? Or
no.
Someone with very strong Adam Sandler energy.
Okay, who's this fucker?
Don't know.
Okay, let's just toss him in Pointless and Forgettable then.
Yeah.
This one's... The next guy's Gyaro, though.
Yeah.
And he is one of, what's-his-face's pirate crew. Macro's pirate crew. God, I wish the wiki would just list the fucking images next to the character names. It would make things so much fucking easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gyaro, just... Well, it's forgettable. This one is, Gyaro, I think?
Gyaro, yeah.
Gyaro.
Where do we put Bao?
Dummies. I think we put Bao in, Pointless and Forgettable as well.
Yeah, we did. We'll put his friend next to him.
Yeah, let's keep the trio together.
And friend/lover.
Damn it, Fuzzy.
Listen, you know what my role is here. Don't pretend you don't.
Anyways, this guy's Gyro, and I'm pretty sure he exists just to be... I'm pretty sure he exists just to be fodder for the New Fishman pirates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unforgettable. Oh, Hack.
Hack is pretty cool.
Yeah. His dynamic with Koala and Sabo is pretty great.
Is he not Koala's father? Like, dynamically
He's basically
speaking?
Koala's adopted father.
Yes.
I
Adorable.
think he's partially Sabo's adoptive father as well.
That's more Dragon, though, because Dragon was definitely, like...
Dragon was
breeding
more of
Sabo.
a father to Sabo than he was to Luffy, which is just like...
So-
we'll get to that.
We'll get to Dragon when we get to him. I was hoping Kuma's flashback would, you know, shed a bit more light on Dragon, but we'll just have to wait until Dragon has a flashback, I guess.
I do like the fact that we know for a fact now that Dragon was in the Marines.
Yes. That
That's
has a lot of nuance to him.
Look, that probably backfired on Garp, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Dragon almost certainly saw World Noble atrocities firsthand. I was like, nope, fuck it, I'm out. But yes, Hack is a cool dude. He's not super relevant. He's probably the least relevant out of all the major revolutionaries.
Also, let's be honest, he is kind of just like worse Jinbei in basically every way.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much considering Jinbei is so great.
Yeah, no, that's kind of... That's also just unfair to Jinbei.
That's just mean.
Also kind of... Would it be racist? Because they're the two fishmen members? Like, is that... I don't know. It's still mean. It's very mean.
So what you're saying is I'm right, but I shouldn't say it.
No. I'm not. Anyways, this is Saul. Okay, they fucking misspelled his name when sorting this, didn't they? Because it's Jaguar D. Saul, not Hogwire D. Saul.
Oh, they were going by the scan, like the early scanlations did translated.
Shocker.
Like that.
Yep.
Scanlation's got something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no, you don't get to pull that in a world of Zolos and things. This is not much better. This is just scanlators who got the license.
Anyways.
Viz did Zolo for a reason. They didn't get it wrong.
It was a dumb reason, but it was still a reason.
It's a bad reason, and it's one they maybe should have corrected by now, but it was still a reason.
Yeah. Anyways, Saul is best supporting. Don't at me.
He's also possibly still alive?
Yeah, that's pretty heavily hinted at in the most recent
Which, again,
arc.
given who, quote-unquote, killed him, that actually makes a lot of sense in hindsight.
I mean, it was literally ice time capsule was the technique he used, so yeah. I'm surprised more people didn't theorize it sooner.
I think that people were convinced he was dead because he was a flashback character, and as we know, until a certain donut came into existence, flashbacks were the only places where deaths happened.
Well, where relevant character deaths happened. There were still, like, extras who got killed here and there. But yes. How'd you read?
It's pretty cool.
He is pretty cool.
He's not the most relevant character.
Probably fun but irrelevant would be reasonable for him,
Yeah.
Like, his whole moment of, like, shouting out Gungnir while launching that fucker into the birdcage was pretty cool. But he doesn't have a lot of substance to him.
But he has his goal he's been working towards of becoming King of the Giants.
I don't know if that's going to pan out.
It's not necessarily impossible, considering the fact that the Giants seem pretty, like, meritocracy-based, and, like, they're quite pirate-friendly, so...
Okay, this guy's name is literally Hamburger, and he looks like Abraham Lincoln, and he's the king of not America. I can't not say he goes into style, but no substance.
I mean, if he's meant to represent America, Fuzzy, I think you'd agree. Absalom here.
Okay, fuck you.
Am I wrong?
He's not wrong, and you are outvoted. But I will say, Abraham Lincoln was probably a dick, but he did do the whole emancipation thing, so he gets props for that.
Abraham Lincoln, from what I know, was a man who was fairly racist for much of his life, but came around to see to a better point of view due to, you know, all the stuff going on in his life, and came to genuinely have...
And the whole, but wasn't the whole Civil War stuff, like, entirely politically motivated?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's not like he was doing it for, like, a really good reason, but, like...
Well, no. So the thing is, like, the Confederates started the war because they wanted to keep slavery.
Yes, but also he was a Republican. Let's not forget that.
Republicans at the time weren't bad, though.
Republicans were the less dickish party at the time.
Yeah.
They were the party that was more pro-emancipation.
There's just, like, there's commentary there. I don't have the energy right now to make the necessary...
And sorry, you cannot tag Genin.
No, like, that's not even that... This isn't even that kind of commentary. It's more that I'm just tired.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'd say style but no substance. Yeah.
Fine.
He has a neat design.
By neat, you mean, like, so on the nose, it's hilarious.
It's very funny, yes. Honestly, a lot of the Reverie Kings are going to go there just because they have very funny designs. Because of how on the nose most of them are. This one's a genuine annoyance. Fuck this guy.
Hamburg,
yes.
Foxy Pirate.
What did he do?
He was in the groggy ring. He was one of the annoying ones. I mean, most of the Foxy Pirates were annoying, if I'm being honest.
Hamlet.
Oh, the giraffe gifter.
Yes.
He has a very funny design.
Also a very dumb design.
I think Oda has gone on the record saying that Hamlet was his second favorite gifter design.
Yeah.
It was Hold'em was number one.
Hold'em
then
is
Hamlet,
pretty good.
And then Speed was his third favorite.
We know why Speed was his third favorite.
It was partially because he wanted to design a centaur, actually. And he had real fun designing a centaur.
I'm very surprised that Speed is the first centaur we see in the series. Would think that would not be the case.
Anyways. Hamlet would probably be style but no substance.
Yeah.
Fun design. Not much else to him.
Oh, so like the Shakespeare play.
I don't really care about Shakespeare, so
Hammond.
That's my point, is that Shakespeare is, like, possibly the single most overrated media creator in the history of humankind.
Hammond. New Fishman
This
Pirate.
guy, literally his only two notable achievements were being the first of the Fisherman Pirates to show up in the story and getting bodied by Robin. And you know what? He should be thankful that he has that second one on his rap sheet.
Robin broke his back and made him humble.
Which is, you know, her signature move.
Is that a euphemism for something, or?
No, it's famous meme quote from the Iron Sheik. Would break your back and make you humble.
Yeah, no, okay. I don't think you should do the accent.
Probably not, no. But hey, whatever.
Is it more offensive to do the quote without the accent or with the accent?
It's more
Probably
offensive to do it with the accent. It's definitely more offensive to do it with the accent.
White bed
Okay,
pirate.
this guy. Yeah. Hannibal.
Hannibal is very interesting.
Honestly, he's surprisingly likable for being not Starscream.
He is definitely... The problem is that he's a cop. Like, he's
Yes,
got
that is the
heart.
problem. The thing is, like, he is the guard to a prison that contains some of the worst criminals in the world. Like, the world government may
Also
be
political prisoners.
fascist, but, like, a lot of the criminals in Impel Down are there for a reason.
They definitely, yes, a lot of them do deserve it. It's the whole principle of why the Marines as an organization, they do need to exist, objectively speaking.
Yes, because, again, a lot of criminals and rogues who are just absolute monsters.
Also very powerful. Let's not forget that little tidbit of information.
Yes. Yeah, Hannibal is interesting because, again, he has some admirable traits despite being, you know, kind of a piece of shit. Yeah,
Tries, which is more
Yes.
than a lot of people.
he's actually, would you say relevant and villainous or fun but irrelevant?
I would say he is somewhat relevant, at least.
He is still a villain in Impel Down by virtue of, you know, opposing
Relevant,
the
but he's
escape
still a villain.
plan.
Yeah, no, obviously he's still a villain, regardless of what the other context is. And he is a cop.
So I'd say relevant and villainous then. Seems reasonable. This one's one of the Fishman Pirates.
Yeah. Harry Senbon.
One less unforgettable.
Voiced by TFS's own Brienne Olvera in the dub.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's neat, but like that doesn't
yeah.
make the character better.
No, I didn't. I just thought I'd point it out.
Haruta.
Yeah. White bed.
So, funny thing is, like, I genuinely thought Haruto was a girl when I first saw him.
He's not?
No.
All the
He's
characters,
not.
that's the one
None
you
of,
get.
none of Whitebeard's commanders during the Whitebeard War were women.
Yeah, 'cause
There were several
Whitebeard-
allied captains that were, but none of his commanders were.
'cause Whitebeard is a little bit of a not misogynist.
Chauvinistic.
Chauvinistic, that's the word, yes. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination, but it's like not as bad as it could be.
It's more condescending than outright, like, bigoted against.
It's more. It's yeah. He like has a antiquated sense of gender roles,
Yes.
which is it's a flaw. Like that's like not
Yeah.
something anyone's gonna argue
It-
here.
Mm-hmm.
Hacha.
Hachi.
Another one of the
Yeah,
names.
Hacha. That's it. Hacha.
Another one of the numbers. This one was the one
Wait,
that
where's
got...
Hachan?
I don't
I don't see-
know.
Yeah, Hachi should have been on here at some point, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
One of two
I don't see
characters
him.
thus far this stream that I've noticed should have been here and haven't been.
Who's the other one?
Genzo.
Genzo, yeah. Well, I'm gonna look, see if I can find them. They might be on shuffled down near the bottom because of some dumb reason.
Let Jack look.
Also, Kami is down at the bottom for some reason.
I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Rob Lucci's pet pigeon Hattery. I mean, just by association with that boring bastard Absalom tier.
No, you shouldn't put the pet bird in Absalom tier.
Look, pigeon is a cop. All I'm gonna say. Am I wrong?
I didn't say that. Okay, yeah, where the fuck is Hachi?
He is he not here because he didn't show up in the opening roster for Tekken 8?
I don't know what you're referencing there.
It's a very deep cut. Like, it's a very odd confluence of. Well, there's a very good Street Fighter 6 mod that turns Dalsum into Luffy, which makes perfect sense because like Dalsum's super in that game is literally very Luffy inspired.
Found him? Yeah, found him.
Where?
Roblo, Robin, and Nami. Why the fuck he's there, I don't know.
So dumb. Let's rank him right now so we don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Okay, so best supporting, easily.
He's already the most... Look, he did do some bad stuff.
Yes. He's easily still the most sympathetic of the Arlong Pirates, though.
Yes. How good that is, we don't know, but like he at least is not irredeemable.
Mm-hmm.
Right, where are we putting the fucking bird?
Aggressively mediocre. Seems like a reasonable compromise.
No, I would say genuine annoyance.
I like his gimmick, though. It's funny.
Yeah, but his master is a genuine annoyance, and therefore...
Well, you can put Lucci there, not him. Don't take it out on the bird. Come on, Fuzzy. Don't be petty.
Oh, that is... I think we're gonna have to end on the bird, because that's my cue.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Well, we got into the H's at least. We have a long way to go. I think the K section alone is going to take up an entire stream on its own.
Huh? Why did...
What?
Just fucking Chrome being dumb again.
See, this is why I don't use Chrome.
Firefox is just as bad.
Regardless.
Anyway. That is everything for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Thursday is going to be the first of our end of year streams. We are going to be talking about video games of 2023. Mostly Gen.
It's mostly going to be Gen talking, if we're being honest.
Gen's played a lot more video games than the two of us have. Probably more combined.
I've played a decent number of video games of 2023. Rise of P!
Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think your availability will work on that.
Let's see.
Saturday we'll do something. Same with Sunday. Maybe maybe probably gaming related. Maybe more of this, we'll see. And next Tuesday, basically the
I think
same.
that's your Persona 5.
Yeah. Otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do the honors, Fuzzy. Like and subscribe if you've not already. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and press that bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload a new video.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you on Thursday to talk about video games 2023. Good night.
Later.